Okay, so we're revisiting these domains and ranges that we did in exercise 1.4.1, only now we're giving the answers in bracket notation. So I've preserved all of the answers that I came up with in my previous video, and we're just going to go through and translate everything to bracket now. XER is a relatively simple one to do in bracket notation. That means you're starting at minus infinity and you're going to plus infinity and you're taking all the numbers in between. Now, infinities always have round brackets next to them because infinity is the kind of value, such as it is, that you can never reach. So this means up to, but headed towards infinity, but never getting to it. And for y, you get the exact same thing, of course, from minus infinity up to plus infinity. And same thing here. I may get a little tired of writing this one, but oh well. Here, they say y can be root 2 or it can be anything higher. If you can be exactly root 2, and that's your lower bound, then you use a square bracket to say starting at exactly root 2. And because there is no upper bound, we say up to infinity. And as usual, infinity gets its round bracket. X can't be 2. This means x can be any value under the sun except for 2. And the way you have to write that is you start at minus infinity, you go up to 2, but not including 2. Then you write the union sign, and then you write 2 up to infinity. So every number except 2 means you start at minus infinity, go up to 2, blip over 2, and then carry on. And this symbol is just a U, and it means these two intervals combined, U for union. Y not being 0 is the exact same idea. Start at minus infinity, go up to 0, but don't include 0. And combine that with everything from 0 up to positive infinity. Minus 1 to 1, no problem. Brackets handle that very elegantly. Square brackets because we are allowed to be equal to minus 1 and equal to positive 1. And 0 to 1, that's another one it does rather well. X can be any real number, that's minus infinity to infinity. Greater than or equal to 1 means 1 is our lowest possible value, and you get a square bracket because we're allowed to be equal to it. All the way up to infinity is our upper bound, and always round brackets on infinity because you never actually reach it. You've seen this one before. Greater than or equal to 0 means start at 0 and we can be equal to it, and we max out at infinity. X greater than 1 means start at 1, go up forever. Greater than 0. There we go. If you can't be 0, this is another one that's two pieces where we have to start at minus infinity, go up to 0, skip over it, and then carry on from 0 up to plus infinity. And greater than 0, start at 0 but not equal to it and go up. X can't be 1, that's another two-parter. And Y can't be 2. There it is. And finally, if x can be any real number, that's minus infinity to infinity with no breaks. And if y is greater than or equal to minus 4, that means we start at minus 4, exactly on minus 4, so square bracket, and there is no upper bound, so there we are.